Munster 20 Edinburgh 16 Munster have always been something of a law unto themselves, and this performance has to be put in perspective. Following on from their latest European semi-final exit, they were never going to scale the heights. As expected, there was a palpable sense of another European hangover about the place, with a crowd of 10,205 in sharp contrast to the capacity attendance which helped them beat Toulon by a point here 5 weeks ago. More than anything, Munster's confidence had clearly taken a jolt. There was a lack of intensity as well as confidence and accuracy in their rugby. Witness the official statistic of 38 missed tackles, surely some mistake. It took them about half an hour to bring some defensive line speed to the occasion, something they'll presumably not repeat at the RDS. Ultimately, working off 38% possession and territory, Munster were indebted to their scrambling defense, an opportunist try by Reece Marshall, whose performance again put into question his curious emotion against racing, and a trademark piece of individual brilliance by Simon Zebo. A typical zippy finish by Keith Earls, razor sharp again, along with their desire and endgame management saw them over the line. Edinburgh, lest we forget, were the Pro 14's form team going into the playoffs, with 8 wins in their preceding 9 games, including an impressive victory over Glasgow the previous week. Had Munster not had the character to dog it, this could have been a dreadfully anticlimactic end to their season. This was an altogether more fitting Thomond Park farewell for their all-time record try-scorer Simon Zebo, especially, hopefully more a bye and taught than au revoir. There was no try here, but something every bit as good. Attempting to gather a pass above his head that was intended as a skip pass for Billy Holland, Zebo retrieved the ball behind him and, noticing that Nigel Owens was about to whistle the end of an advantage play, had the ingenuity to chip, gather and spin a long right-to-left skip pass to Earls. It was by some distance the play of the match as well as the match-winning play, and demonstrated how much Munster are going to be miss Zebo's X-factor, as well as the strength and skills of the departing Gerbrand Grobler and Robin Copeland. What he has is something that I think you're born with or you can't really be taught, that kind of killer instinct, said Peter O'Mahony. It's certainly hard to replace. I've played a lot of rugby with him and he brings that little bit extra, that little bit of something special, and you saw that today. The performances he can put in, the little magic moments where the game is as good as a stalemate and he makes the difference. He's a special player. Asked if he'd miss Zebo, the Munster head coach smiled, paused and said, very much so. I said to the team inside, since I came, the thing we will miss most is his smile and his attitude. He's his own man and such a fantastic Munster man. He was part of a back three that played really well today. I thought the back three as a unit really did well, but there was 1 or 2 moments from Zebes. Firstly, to see that chip and that pass was pretty special. We're going to miss him as a Munster man. There were pluses for the future too though, not least the 22-year-old Kieran Parker manfully filling the void created by Stephen Archer's 17th-minute departure in the absence of John Ryan and Brian Scott. Simon Zebo bids farewell to the Munster faithful after his last game for the province, against Edinburgh, at Thomond Park. Photograph, James Crombie, info. And arguably the most significant outing at 10, JJ Hanrahan has been entrusted with, in his 83rd appearance, the carry-out half-delivered. Hanrahan was as guilty as Rory Scannell and Zebo for inviting counter-attacks from the dangerous duo of Blair Kinghorn and Duhan van der Merwe with one aimless kick down the middle. But there was also a pinpoint touch finder in the preamble to Marshall gathering a Stuart McInally overthrow, and stepping van der Merwe before taking tackles by Sam Hidalgo-Klein and McInally to score. Hanrahan followed that up with a finely judged conversion into the slanting breeze from wide to the right, and despite missing 140 meters penalty landed the touchline conversion to Earl's try as well as a clutch kick from 40 meters to give them a 4-point buffer for the last 8 minutes. There was also some nice passing in what was, overall, a satisfying 80 minutes work, the 80 minutes being another significant factor. JJ has knocked on the door for the previous 6 weeks. I think he deserved this opportunity in the way that we wanted to play with some of our decisions. We went with him for this game. I thought he did really well, 1 or 2 things to work on, but pretty happy with his performance. Scoring sequence, 9 minutes Marshall try, Hanrahan Khan 7-0, 19 minutes Hidalgo-Klein pen 7-3, 24 minutes Hidalgo-Klein pen 7-6, halftime 7-6, 43 minutes Earls try, Hanrahan Khan 14-6, 52 minutes Hanrahan pen 17-6, 56 minutes Hidalgo-Klein pen 17-9, 60 minutes Fowles try, Van der Walt Khan 17-16, 74 minutes Hanrahan pen 20-16. Munster, Simon Zebo, Andrew Conway, Sammy Arnold, Rory Scannell, Keith Earls, J.J. Hanrahan, Connor Murray, James Cronin, Reece Marshall, Stephen Archer, Jean Klein, Billy Holland, Peter O'Mahony, capped, Jack O'Donoghue, C.J. Stander. Replacements: Kieran Parker for Archer, 17 minutes, Darren Sweetenham for Conway, 31 to 39 and 40 minutes, Gerbrand Grobler for Klein, 52 minutes, Dave Kilcoyne for Cronin, Robin Copeland for Stander, both 60 minutes, Mike Sherry for Marshall, 70 minutes, not used, James Hart, Ian Keithley. Edinburgh, Blair Kinghorn, Dougie Fife, Mark Bennett, Christine Duhan van der Merwe, Jacco van der Walt, Sam Hidalgo Klein, Jordan Lai, Stuart McInally, capped, Simon Berghan, Ben Toules, Grant Gilchrist, Lewis Carmichael, Magnus Bradbury, Bill Mata. Replacements: Alan Delforlay, W.P. Nell for Berghan, both 52 minutes, Nathan Fowles for Hidalgo Klein, 56 minutes, Cornell Dupreez for Mata, 63 minutes, Duncan Weir for van der Walt, 64 minutes, Neil Cochrane for Berghan, 70 minutes, James Johnston for Dean, 76 minutes, not used, Ally Miller referee, Nigel Owens, WRU.